I am live. Greetings, good morning, November 5th, 2024, 6:14 a.m. Election day here in the U.S. Uh, Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris versus Jill Stein versus Cornel West versus Chase Oliver versus Claudia De La Cruz, and I know there are a few others I'm missing, but mostly um, it's Democrats versus Republicans. It's bad guys versus bad guys. Um, I was just, unfortunately, I've never had great luck sharing my Twitter, and every time I go to to open up Twitter on my page, it's never working. But I'm gonna try this. Just take a look. I don't think they're gonna let me show my the people who I follow or the reactions I've gotten since yesterday. But what I really wanted to show was just liberals being awful, making terrible excuses, just flat out lying uh, on the just last ditch effort to convince people who are against the genocide that we've been funding to leave your morals behind and vote for Kamala. Actually, of course. I like this girl. I just recently started following her, Horror Girl, Tired Peasant. She is pretty darn based, and she's prolific on here. She's saying livable wage. Nah, here's a bowl of leftover Halloween candy. Uh, she's a good follow on here. This guy, Chris Curtis, MMA fighter, liberal. It came out as a liberal. It's pretty surprising considering he's supposedly best friends with Sean Strickland, who is I don't know what he is, but I don't think he would qualify as a liberal. In fact, he probably qualify as anything but. Most liberals can't stand his buddy, but all of a sudden he's like this super liberal. I saw him smearing Russell Brand with like a nonsense smear, about like the allegations that came out. Um, yeah, it says had to explain to someone today that I'm not against Republicans at all. I feel like the current GOP is that guy in a zombie movie who gets infected, MAGA, but won't tell anyone. Bro, we aren't mad at you. It wasn't your fault. Let us take the limb and save you. This guy is so clueless. That's such a clueless, terrible take. The MAGA followers of Trump are more base than your um, old school conservatives. The neocons are terrible. The MAGA folks, most of them, they're anti-Israel, just like uh, we all should be. They're anti-Zionists. They don't care about these conflicts in these other countries. They want us to stop funding wars in other countries. They don't care about this Ukraine-Russia business. They're saying that's their business. Let them work out a peace deal. Stop sending all of our money over there. So the actual MAGA movement, I know some guys, personally. Electrician I work with, these guys are pretty darn base. The idea that they're unacceptable, but Liz Cheney is just like it's so. I mean, just the stuff I've seen from liberals. Um, Dang, I just was reading earlier, and I think I hit like. I don't know if there's anywhere. I don't even know how to operate my likes on here to know how to um let's see. Let's see. See, something went wrong. Why did I do this? This is terrible. And not for nothing, you see the blue check. I'm not famous. I pay for this. And this is the service I get with Twitter. It's pathetic. It's terrible. Nothing is working. Come on, you gotta be joking me. That's terribly unfortunate. All right. Well, There was that. Actually, let me try one last ditch effort at something. See if I go to the following tab, if it gives me something, anything. Doesn't look like it's gonna give me anything. And so that's what I get for my uh, $11 a month is a non-functioning Twitter. Thank you, Elon. Uh, you know, the legacy platform. You know, he took over and he's made this Twitter even more junk than it was before. You know, maybe slightly more free speech, but essentially he just censors different stuff than what they did when what's his name, Jack Dorsey or whatever his name was the head of Twitter. I hope I didn't call it X. I hate that. I don't want to I don't want to get into the habit of saying X because I want younger generations of folks who join Twitter and hear us old heads calling it Twitter. I want them to inquire about why are you calling this thing Twitter, and say, hey, that's what its name was. You know, what do you mean that's what it's? Yeah, you know, the people who created it called it Twitter. Then Elon bought it and renamed it X. Wait, Elon didn't create it? No, he just took over. He's just a rich guy. You know, he had money, hand me down money from his father. Just like he didn't create Tesla or any of the other things that people think he's brilliant. He's not an engineer. He is a venture capitalist. He's hit it big, right? Through crony capitalism and getting lots of government subsidies, he's made a killing, you know, and that's the only way he's made a killing, you know. Dr. Shiva was right when he said about Elon Musk that he is a government man, right? You know, he's so far up the government's keister. There's no telling where their behind begins and his head, or where their behind ends and his head begins. You know, so don't buy the hype. It's Twitter, and he has ruined uh, the functionality of Twitter, cutting corners. You know, and this is the person who would be advising Trump one of the people that would be advising Trump in the Trump administration. Not a good look. Looks like my election day preview is coming to an end as one of the little ones is knocking on the door. It doesn't matter. Don't be sad if you're genocidal girl boy, so your genocidal guy, MAGA guy, loses. They weren't going to change a thing any other way. Uh, just be ready to oppose whoever does get into office. That would be my takeaway of this election. You know, I'm pushing still for Joe Stein. I'm hoping and praying that the Green Party is able to get to that 5% threshold to be able to get more of a footing in future elections. But that's the only thing I'm looking forward to in this election. Everything else is just, you know, which one of those clown groups is going to be crying this evening. That's something to look forward to, I guess. But I wish you all well as individuals. I don't care who you vote for. You know, if you're an American, you know, you're my countrymen. I hope that you do well. But that doesn't mean that I'll support your political choices, but I support you and hope that you do well. So be good out there, and I'll see you on the next one.